I would like to preface the beginning of the video by saying that the reason that I am wearing my spoopy Frankenstein shirt is because at time of recording, it is currently spoopy season. Hi everyone, welcome back to NDLWRKshop. My name is Emilie and I'm back today with another tutorial for a brand new pattern inspired by the Akatsuki from Naruto. This pattern is from our Cloud Ninja series, which will be available online for download along with the fully written tutorial. The pattern will be linked in the description box below. The written tutorial also includes tons of info on how to properly measure yourself, how to print the pattern, along with material suggestions and the tools used in this video. As always, we worked really hard on this, so if this is a project of interest to you, make sure to check it out. Now, before we get started, I'd like to let you all know that we already have a video out that covers all of the materials we've used in this video, along with some extra fabric suggestions. There is also more info on the materials needed available in the instruction manual that is available for download along with the pattern. As always, I suggest making a quick mock-up, but in this case, a mock-up is not quite the accurate term. I would suggest making some samples and practice runs just to make sure you have a good handle on the technique before doing it on your final garment. And and without any further ado, let's get started. I don't know why I said it like that. What was that? All right. We're first going to start by cutting out the pieces we need in our double-sided adhesive. Make sure to have a little excess adhesive around each piece. You'll then need to cut out your pieces in the red fabric of your choice. My fabric has a pronounced pattern in it, so I'm making sure to properly align my grain line so they are all uniformly cut. I'm also making sure that the pieces are facing down so that it faces the proper direction later. Pin your double-sided adhesive to the red fabric so that it properly covers your clouds. Remove the pattern and any excess adhesive. I'm going to place a Teflon paper over my glue and iron the glue to the fabric. For more info on the intensity of the heat needed, you'll need to refer to the instructions provided with your adhesive. Remove the Teflon paper and take your cloud pieces back out. Position it facing down and cut out your piece. Now take out your white fabric that will serve as the contour of the clouds. Our fabric is actually light gray rather than a pure white. Iron your piece down to the contour fabric. Reinforce your contour fabric with interfacing. Next, we'll need to satin stitch our borders along the red fabric. You'll need to set your sewing machine to a tight zigzag stitch at the width of your choice. Settings vary from machine to machine, so please make some preliminary tests if needed. Bring your piece to your machine and start zigzag stitching around your border. Do your best to follow your shape. Also make sure that the tension isn't too tight since it'll pucker your fabric. For anyone unfamiliar with this technique, satin stitching the border prevents the fabric from unraveling later. It also honestly just looks really nice. Once you have the red border done on all of your cloud pieces, we can move on to the next step. Take out your ruler and draw a border around your shape at 1 centimeter from the edge. The two front cloud pieces can have a straight line drawn where the cloud cuts off. Once you're done, cut out your new pieces. Bring back out your double-sided adhesive and pin your cloud pieces down to it. Cut out your pieces from the double-sided adhesive, making sure to keep some extra adhesives along the border. Stitch your piece down along the outer edge, 3 millimeters from the edge. Once you're done, do a quick zigzag stitch around the edge. You don't need this stitch to be particularly tight. Once you're done, cut off the excess adhesive around each of your clouds. Your clouds are now ready to be placed onto your jacket. Using your pattern as a reference, start by positioning the back cloud first. Pin it in place before taking it to the iron table and setting it into place. To avoid your fabric from puckering during the satin stitching, we'll add a small piece of interfacing behind the cloud piece. You'll want to repeat that process to the front of your jacket. It's important to follow your pattern here to make sure that the clouds align properly later when the front of the jacket zips up. Iron in place and add your interfacing at the back. Next, you'll need to satin stitch the edges of the white fabric one more time and make sure that it's a tight zigzag stitch this time. A second stitch will allow a more pronounced stitch, but will also make sure to properly cover all of your edge. Next, I'm personally deciding to remove the excess interfacing from around my clouds. Before attaching your two clouds at the sides, you'll need to first sew the front and back pieces of the jacket together. Make sure to iron your seam allowance before proceeding to the next step. Once again, use your pattern as reference to position your last two clouds. Attach them into place following the same technique as previously used. And with that, you've attached all of your clouds to your jacket in a very elegant manner. Alright everyone, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. We always make it a point to answer all of your comments and all of your questions. And if you like this kind of content, then please make sure you give it a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of all upcoming tutorials. And if you'd like to know more about our upcoming projects, then feel free to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If we ever have any open spots for commissions or costumes from our library, that is where it will be advertised. And yeah, if you use any of our patterns or any of our tutorials, let us know. We love seeing your work. So yep, until next time, good luck with your projects, guys. Bye bye. Spoopy, 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 spoop. Spoopy, 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 spoop. It is spoopy, spoopy, spoopy season.